Timing is everything. Roy knows that the back end of February is a good time to get an idea about what deer, bucks and does you have on your ground, with the potential of a Roe doe or two for the freezer. How come, you may ask? Well, the reason is food and its lack of. With everything being ploughed in on this farm, there are limited crops for the deer to munch on. What crops there are is a honeypot for the local population.
We're just trying to catch up with a couple of Roe Does. We're not quite at the end of the season, but I don't really like shooting deer into March, although we can shoot does into March because the fetuses are getting quite large by then. We saw a couple of roe feeding out on the top here. We just sort of free-rolled with the truck down the track. We were risking it because we know we've got some more deer out on the other fields there, but we're just going to go over the top and look and see if these guys are still standing out feeding on the rock.
With deer spotted and plan decided upon, Roy gets down and dirty again. I have never known anyone else do so much crawling, but saying that, it usually works. This effort is no different. We are very obvious, exposed in the field, but taking it slow and steady keeps the deer in play. The more we wait, the more deer appear. Roy chooses a suitable doe to take and waits for a shot to present itself. He waits, then selects another suitable animal. The regular bangs from the gas gun may have helped here, as the deer aren't too worried about the shot.
We got into just over 200 of them, and it was a little bit trickier with the camera on the back here, well, with David's phone on the back. I did actually just drop this in the mud. We had a desperate struggle to try and clean it off and get it back on the scope. So we'll just let the deer trickle off now. They're just moving their way back into the wood. But yeah, again, beautiful, beautiful night here. We've got more deer that have just emerged there as well. Just absolutely stunning evening tonight. And we were really sort of shining out, so we were over their horizon line. Luckily we've got the wood as a backdrop though, but they weren't overly bothered and we managed to get a couple of shots there. So.
Roy collects the truck and then granics the pair on the field margins, making sure he avoids the ticks. The deer are covered.
Because there wasn't an immediate panic, and obviously they're used to the gas guns going off, then they were quite happy to feed out. And funny enough, directly after the shot, 3 more deer fed out to our left-hand side as we were waiting for this lot to clear the field.
So, as well as delivering some venison, did Roy get an idea about the quality and the numbers here?
This was all left as rough stubbles, game cover strips and what have you. Now that's all gone. Obviously they're concentrating on the main food source that's available, so everything was just coming into the rope fields tonight. So a really nice way of seeing, what you've got in the area, who's about, and to get a reasonable assessment of what deer you've got on the ground. And funny enough, on this particular part of the estate, it's much better. We've got a much better population than we have on the rest of the estate.
Deer aplenty, just how we'd all like it.